Good morning, Hun Buns. This is your girl, Miss Books to you. Today is day 9 of our Black History quote of the day, and it comes from none other than Mr. Nelson Mandela. Lord, I remember growing up, this is a quick story, but I remember growing up, I'm not going to no seatbelt. So I remember growing up and always having, I felt like, although I grew up in the beginning in the hood, we didn't move out the hood until I was 12 or something like that, or 13. But I always remember my daddy instilling in me, as well as my friends that would come and stay at the house, Black History. And I always remember Nelson Mandela. And I always thought Nelson Mandela was so handsome, okay? Judge your mammies, don't judge me, okay? But he was so articulate. He was a presence. And that's what I love the most about him, And he reminded me of my daddy, because it seemed like even though he wasn't fussing, it seemed like he was fussing. So the quote of the day is, "For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others." So one thing that, if anybody who knows about Mr. Nelson Mandela, he was about freedom for all. He went to jail for this. He stood on business when it came to, certain aspects of how people overall are treated. And I respect that about him. That's something that I do as well. Especially if I see somebody, if I work somewhere and there's a person who is kind of meek, I've always been that person to say, okay, don't do that to them. Because especially if you prey on somebody who isn't going to do anything or say anything, to me that speaks volumes for your character. You go against somebody who is of equal to you. If you got a smart mouth, go against somebody who got a smart mouth. Don't have a smart mouth going against somebody who, quiet. And the same, So, because sometimes them quiet people, because I've seen a situation recently where this young lady at work, she's known to be very quiet and meek. But listen, everybody has their day, and I feel that everybody has their day. It's going to be one day that person that you may feel that you can say anything to, they going to clap back. So be mindful of that as well. But also, if you are that person who is outspoken, speak up for that person who, doesn't say anything. We have to care about each other. And I formed a lot of relationships that way as well. You didn't have to do that. No, I didn't have to do it. But that person, you're not about to do that to them people. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. But I hope you guys enjoyed Mr. Nelson Mandela. If you don't know who that is, I don't know what rock you've been living and hiding under, but he was a phenomenal person. I put Nelson and Maya Angelou, they neck and neck to me. I love him. And he has some great books too. So if y'all can find a book from Nelson or either a documentary, get into it. Love you guys. And I have on my birthday shirt today too. Queens are born in February. 43 is coming, Jesus. Lord have mercy. Pray for me.